My name is Melissa Jetson. I'm in Social Work 376. I'm going to be interviewing you today just to ask you a couple questions and get to know you.
Okay.
So I was wondering if it's okay if I video record this?
Sure.
Great, thank you. So how was your day today?
Today I had a really good day. I felt like it was very productive, even though it was a rainy day. I had class in the morning, then hung out with my mom, which I really cherish because we really don't get to spend that much time together. And then afterwards I had class again, but I felt like it was really productive and I had a good day.
That's good. I'm really glad. So what did you and your mom do?
So we didn't really have that much time to spend together, but we did cook dinner, and we sat down and kind of just talked about our lives and, things that are going on that you might be upset about or happy about.
That's awesome. So is that something that's really important to you, your family?
My family is really important to me. I do a lot of things with them, and I just enjoy being with them. We go out traveling together. We go cruises. We do everything, basically, and I like spending the holidays with them. So
That's great. Where have you been for cruises and everything?
So we went to Bermuda a couple years ago. We went to the Bahamas. It's just always an adventure, and we're actually going on a cruise in January.
That's
I'm
exciting.
excited, yeah.
To where?
Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I know, I'm really excited.
That's great. So who's in your family?
So it's my mom. I live with my mom and my brother. Brother Nick, he's 18. And my dad, he doesn't live with me. He lives in Trumbull, Connecticut. I don't know if you know where that is. But yeah, so my parents are divorced. But they really do share a really good bond, and I'm really thankful for that. Took a long time to build that, but I'm glad that we're here now. And
yeah. When did they get a divorce?
In 2000, I think, actually.
2000.
Yeah.
So that must have been really hard. Was that really stressful for you?
Yeah, it really was. At first, it was really stressful. I kind of saw it coming at first, but I feel like now it's probably better off that they are separated, but they are really good friends, and we do get to do these things, like go on vacation together and do other things. So I really, really appreciate that they do make a friendship because of my brother and I really cherish that.
Right. So how did you cope with the divorce when you found out that they were going to split up?
So at first, I went to go see a therapist, not by choice, and I feel like when you're stuck, you're stuck in a therapist, and I really didn't enjoy it at all. But I felt like at first I was really upset about it, but now I really am thankful for the third person and just getting another point of view and talking to someone who isn't my mom or my dad, and it's just, a neutral person. So
Right.
I really do enjoy that.
That's great. So I know you said earlier that you had class today, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What class did you have?
I had history this morning, and then I had Spanish in the afternoon.
Okay, that's nice. Where do you go?
I go to Southern Connecticut State University.
Okay, what's your major?
Special ed is my major. I've always worked with people with special needs, and I just want to give back to them and give them a positive life.
That's great.
So,
Do you work with them too? Since I know usually people before they succeed and want to know what they want to do with their future, they start to volunteer with people they want to work with in the future. Is that something you do?
So at first in high school, I joined Best Buddies. I'm not sure if you know what that is.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's an organization that creates friendships for people with disabilities, and I joined that in high school. That got me really involved in volunteering with the Special Olympics, and volunteering for events that Best Buddies puts on. And I just realized that is where I want to be in life, and I just really enjoy it.
That's great.
And I also work at a group home for adults with autism. And so I think that working there gives me the experience that I need to gain knowledge and just experience in the future when I want to be a special ed teacher.
That's great.
Yeah.
Is that stressful working in that kind of environment?
At first it definitely can be, and it's very overwhelming because there's so many behaviors that are going on.
Right.
All the behaviors are very different. So it's hard to cope when everyone has a behavior. And but yeah, you find a way to just work with it and still keep your balance.
Right. How do you cope with that?
Just staying calm, really, and just realize that it's more of their behavior and not of who they are. Their behavior does not define who they are as a person, and it's just them acting out in an inappropriate way.
It's really interesting. I'm glad you actually have like a way to cope, and that's really can help you out a lot in the future.
It definitely can. I'm really excited because all this knowledge will just help me build my resume, not only my resume, but my experience in the field, and I just feel like it's where I belong.
Do you want to work in a school system with special ed, or do you want to in the hospital? What environment do you want to work in?
I thought a lot about this since I've been trying to work with these people since high school, but I do want to work in a school setting. So I am going to Southern for a teaching program, and I'm not sure the age group yet, but I am getting certified kindergarten through 12th grade. So I do have like variety, and I'm really excited about it. So.
That's great, and you know what you want to, you know what age you want to do, so that can really help you out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do you do besides school and hanging out with your family?
Hanging out with my friends, traveling, as I said before, just keeping busy. I like getting involved in school. I think that's really important, and since I am a commuter, I think it's really, important to just stay active at school and know that there are other ways that you can get involved, even though you're only not living at school. So,
Right. How did you get involved?
So at first I went to the club fair at that Southern provided, and I didn't really see any clubs that I would really, be really interested in. But I did join a sorority, and I really am very excited about that. So yeah.
What sorority did you join?
Delta Phi Epsilon. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh yeah, okay, I've heard of them. That's
Mhm.
great. And you, are you in as a sister right now, or are you?
So right now we go through a 6-week period of being a new member, and so that's basically learning about the history of the organization, the values, just traditions that the sorority goes through.
That's great. Is there any other way you would get involved?
So right now, sorority is kind of my main concern with school, sorority work, but I do really plan to get involved in some clubs. I know Colleges Against Cancer. My mom's a breast cancer survivor, so really wanted to get involved in that and just, yeah.
That's great. How do you balance everything with sorority and school and possibly joining other organizations?
That is really, really tough, but I really do think I have good time management skills. Try to just balance my time and, give my time equally to each thing. I also go to the tutoring center, and specifically the writing center, and they really do help me write papers and, just making sure that I'm up to date on my essays.
That's great. I'm really glad that you found resources here on campus that could help you out. So I know you said before you're a commuter.
Mm-hmm.
How is that? Is that really difficult to like find parking? I know that can be stressful, and
it really is. I lived at school for the past 2 years, so being a commuter to me is a huge difference. Not living at school anymore and having to make sure that I have enough time to drive to class and walk back to class. But I really have found a home at Southern, and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, the parking is pretty tough. Especially like in the busier days, like 11 o'clock through like 1 o'clock, you can't find parking, and it's really tough.
Well, Jenna, it was really nice getting to know you, and I really appreciate letting me interview you, and I hope your future is bright.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.